Prime Time continues. Once again from New York, Diane Sawyer.
You know the saying, good things happen in threes. If it's true, a lot more women are having good things happen to them these days, largely due to increased use of fertility drugs. Multiple births have increased, and triplet births, appropriately, have more than tripled during the past 2 decades. Even so, one Illinois family got quite a shock last year, and Sylvia Chase went to Naperville, Illinois to pay them a visit.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
When it's birthday time around the Julian household, everything comes in threes, as these triplets did 9 years ago. This was their first birthday party. The girls didn't look alike because Laura, Nicole, and Jill came from separate eggs, not a single egg, as would be the case with identical triplets. It hardly matters how they got here, though. It's how they feel about being triplets that counts.
It's like having friends around the house the whole day. We always have someone to play with.
And it's a good thing these 9-year-olds like this life of everything in threes, because last year, their mother came home with some startling news.
I just never imagined in our wildest dreams that it was possible to have 3 again.
That's right, again. Rhonda would enter the record books as the first known mother of 2 sets of triplets. Triplets might have seemed rare a decade or so ago, but no more. There are so many triplets in the Julians' hometown of Naperville, Illinois, that Rhonda helped start up a triplet club.
I'm Joanna, and my triplets are 7.
Sandy, and I have 11-month-old
4.5-month-old triplets.
My triplets are a year-old now.
Like Rhonda, all the women in this room had difficulty conceiving until they were prescribed fertility drugs. Along with the news that they were expecting triplets came some sobering information.
They say, please gain between 60 and 80 pounds, and you think, that's an entire human body.
Yeah. Each of these women had to curtail normal activity drastically during their pregnancies. Several months before delivery, total bed rest was required.
This was my big day. I got to go from the bedroom to the couch, and then every day at noon the mail came. That was it, back to the couch.
To conceive her first triplets, Rhonda had taken a drug called Clomid. Now, in her second marriage to John Julian, she decided to take Clomid again, hoping for just 1 child this time around. But as the first set of triplets made regular visits with Rhonda to the doctor's office, they saw that the sonogram pictures told a different story.
First, we thought it was 1 baby, and then, the next week we saw 2, and then, the next week we saw 3. And once, we could see a spine of one, because it was, right in the front, and we could see its spine, and it was moving around.
The doctors said these 3 sisters were about to get 3 new brothers.
They were just so tickled. They were just giggling and...
Now we each get 1.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Now we each get 1. That's what their reaction was.
Rhonda gained 60 pounds. By the 29th week, she went into preterm labor and had to be hospitalized. 2 weeks later, at Loyola University Medical Center, in a delivery room jammed with staff for each expected baby, Rhonda delivered by cesarean section. John made this home video, remarkably steady considering the doctor had more surprises in store.
It's a girl!
It wasn't Aaron, as expected.
Uh-oh! This was supposed to be 3 boys.
It was Abigail, 3 pounds, 7 ounces.
Here comes number 2. Number 2's a boy.
This time it was Aaron, 4 pounds even.
Listen to him go. Okay, and here comes the 3rd one. Oh my God! Another girl!
And this one was also supposed to be a boy. But instead, here came Hannah, 2 pounds, 12 ounces. The babies were 9 weeks early, and it would be more than a month before the last of them could leave the hospital. But for John, a first-time father times 3, it's all been a glorious experience.
It was completely spiritual in terms of almost the most rewarding thing in my life, that God chose us to be parents of 2 triplets.
And this little guy's doing okay.
What's remarkable is that the Julians do it mostly by themselves. No live-in childcare, just a well-ordered, beat-the-clock routine that keeps them going nonstop from dusk to dawn. It's a continuous merry-go-round of waking, feeding, burping, and more feeding. Sometimes there are hardly enough hands. Especially for Rhonda, who by 8:30 has sent John to work and the girls to school and has to settle in for her solo shift. Before the day is over, she will have cleaned, filled, and emptied 30 baby bottles, done 2 or 3 loads of wash, and the babies will have been dabbed and dusted, and handled and dandled, and weather permitting, dressed and driven in fine style for a deep breath in the fresh air.
Yes. Yeah. That's a pretty smile.
I didn't know if I would be physically up to it to do 3 again, but gosh, the Lord does provide energy and everything.
And in this case, the Lord provided 3 uniquely qualified helpers. The older triplets decided they had a job to do too.
So you're all little mommies. Is that true?
Mini mommies.
Is that what you are, a mini mommy?
They do treat them as if they are their moms, little moms.
In fact, each of the older girls has assigned herself one of the babies. It all fell into place after they settled one little issue.
We were like, I want this one and I want this one because no one wanted the boy. So then we finally figured out it would be fair. Like the oldest got the oldest. And
So firstborn Laura takes firstborn Abigail. Nicole takes the boy, Aaron. And baby Jill takes that last arrival, baby Hannah.
What is taking care of a baby?
You change their diapers, you feed them, you put on their clothes, you put them to bed, you let them watch the Three Stooges.
And what happens when they cry?
Aaron likes to be scratched at his head. Hannah likes me to walk around the house with her up on my shoulder. We put them in the swing because our babies, they just go to sleep when you put them in the swing.
Do you worry about them taking too much responsibility, as children sometimes will?
That's always been a concern of mine, to overburden them and to take away, if you will, their childhood by putting too much responsibility on them.
Is this a big responsibility, being a mother?
Yeah. Yeah.
But if there's one thing they could change for the new triplets, it would be the stereotypes.
You don't like to dress alike?
Mm-mm. We always used to have the same things, and then people kept on calling us triplets instead of our same name. So we started dressing different, and then people started calling us by our names.
Truth is, just about everybody in this unique family is learning something from everyone else.
They are so much fun, though. I mean, I know that 3 of them are a lot of work, but I really like my job. I really do.
It's been a wonderful experience. It's been trying. I can't say it's been easy, but boy, it's been rewarding.
Good job. Okay, we got it. Good job.
And may it stay so. Since our visit 2 months ago, the babies have doubled in weight, become much more active, and stay awake longer, making their mother's life a lot more hectic. And she tells us they're beginning to develop unique personalities. Abby, she says, is excited. Aaron is mellow, and Hannah is described as sweet.